excuse the way I'm phrasing this, but injuries suck. And anyone who has had them know that I'm saying this very lightly. There's probably other ways we would all say it. Have you ever had an injury that kept you from doing the things you want to do? Most of us have. Sometimes they're mild injuries and they recover fairly quickly and they just nag us for a little bit of time and they're achy or whatever and they keep us out for a couple of weeks. And sometimes they're longer. Sometimes they're things that are really big in your health and cause a lot of problems in the future and last and become chronic. Injuries, no matter how they are frustrating. They're annoying. They get in the way of you living normal life. And anybody that has experienced an injury knows that the only thing you can focus on at the time that you're injured is your injury. There's this proverb, this old proverb that says that he who has his health has 1,000 dreams, and he who doesn't has only one. And those of us that have been injured, especially chronically injured, fully understand what that proverb is saying. You wake up every day just wanting to feel good again, not wanting to feel pain. I understand. I had an auto accident years ago. For those of you that don't know me personally, I had an auto accident years ago that caused a lot of injury, and my injuries are chronic. They're going to be with me for the rest of my life. So it is something that mentally I have had to work through my ego and what I want and what I want to look like when I work out and how I want to feel when I work out and what I want my life to look like every day. And I've had to rework how that vision was set in my mind back in the day when I was an athlete and very physically fit. And I've had to change that idea of what my life was going to look like based off of chronic injury. But chronic injury does not have to stop you from living the life you still choose to live and living the life you want. Yes, it can be challenging and it will be mentally and emotionally challenging. Whether it's a short-term injury or a chronic injury, it's always going to be challenging, and you're always going to have to deal with the ego component of not being able to do what you used to be able to do and having this, structure, new types of workouts and move in different ways. Here's the thing though, guys, injury will stop you from reaching your goals. It will. And it can. And sometimes you need to listen to that. Let me say, first off, if you have a doctor telling you not to work out because you have acute injuries and things you're dealing with right now, 100% listen to your doctor and do what they're saying to do. Always, always listen to your doctor. But if you have the type of injury that you can work around and that a doctor is saying, hey, I need you to start working out so you can rebuild these muscles, and it's just annoying for you because it's frustrating that you can't move the way you used to, or you're not really sure what to do when you go back, this is where we come in. This is where personal training comes in. This is where a coach can help guide you and direct you on how to move and can make sure that you're moving well so you don't re-injure things. They can help rebuild muscles around a bad knee that maybe you had surgery on or something, and you did physical therapy and got it back to a working level, but didn't rebuild the muscles around it in order to strengthen it so that you can then feel strong again and you're no longer compensating between one side of the body and the other side of the body. Personal training is the way to go if you deal with injuries. Now, sometimes people have injuries that allow them to still go to classes and they can work around them and they know how to modify things, and that's awesome. But if you don't, if you're somebody who is allowing your injury to keep you from getting back to your health, to the health that you want, don't waste another day on that. Your workouts can look totally different than anybody else's. As long as you have a doctor approval to work out and you have a goal in mind of where you want your life to look 6 months from now or a year from now, that's all you need. You just have to be able to come in the door and work with a coach to have them help you get there. They're going to watch you move. They're going to keep you from getting re-injured. They're going to design a program specifically around your body and what you need in order to keep from re-injuring and to strengthen the areas of your body that you need to strengthen. So all of that to say, injuries suck, and we get it. Probably everybody on my team and half the people in my gym have experienced injuries at some point, hopefully not in the gym, right? But we know what it feels like. We get you. It is still holding you back from doing the things you want, though, and living the life you want. And if you have approval from a doctor to be working on those things, let's do it. Don't let it hold you back anymore. Don't let it become like the excuse that can change your life in such dramatic ways that you don't recognize yourself anymore. And I speak that from experience, so I'm not trying to attack anybody on that, but I've done that. Just get back up and show up. Come back in and tell us, hey, I have these injuries I'm dealing with and they suck. And I need somebody to help me work through them. And we're here for that. Our coaches are very well trained in working with people for with all different types of needs. And they will help you work through those injuries and feel strong again. So this is for the person who's injured. If you know somebody who is, or it's you, send them this video. And I hope you make the decision to make a bet on yourself and get back in the doors and let the ego go and push down some of that frustration you feel. And let's, instead of focusing on the things that we can no longer do, focus on the things that we can do and start being consistent with those things. Okay. So that's my challenge to you, is to step in these doors no matter how you're feeling. As long as you have a doctor's approval, let's go with it. Let's move forward. Let's get you to where you want to be still.